Embla Books presents The Supper Club, written by Sophie King and read by Helen Keeley. Charisma Magazine, August issue. Bored with dinner parties? Too broke to eat out this month? Revolutionize your social life with the latest vogue, mystery supper clubs. The ingredients are simple. Take 2 friends and get them to bring along another guest. This is more fun if you don't know him or her. Or if you want to play safe, simply ask friends or acquaintances whom you haven't seen for a while or want to know better. Then take it in turns to hold a supper party at individual houses once a month. Bon appétit! August. Goat's cheese tartlets with spinach and sun-dried tomatoes. Lamb baked with apricot and prunes. Optional vegetarian quiche with peppers and mushrooms. Pavlova. 1.
Oh, my God. Who put the pavlova in the top oven? Look, it's burned to a cinder and I can't even scrape it off the baking tray. Mike, did you do this?
It was at times like this, thought Lucy, as she heard herself screaming, that she missed the security of being married for a long time. Missed the old comforting familiarity when it didn't matter if you yelled like a fishwife because dinner was burned or if you accidentally farted in bed. But now, as she looked up at Mike's surprised face, his ruggedly handsome jawline contrasting with his soft blue-grey eyes, she suddenly wondered if she was doing the right thing in getting married again. Mike had always put her up on a pedestal. The Lucy he thought he knew was the kind of woman who wouldn't dream of shouting at the children or swearing if someone cut her up in the car. Of course, that was the Lucy she wanted to be, too. But all it took was for the kids to be rude, or a domestic disaster like that wretched pavlova, which she'd put in the bottom cooler oven until someone had moved it, and she turned into someone whom she didn't like either.
Not me, pet. He shrugged. I don't know one end of your Aga from the other. There's no way I'd have gone near it, let alone interfered with anything inside.
I'm sorry. How could she have lost it like that?
Moving closer, she wrapped her arms conciliatorily round his neck.
It's just that I spent ages making it and I wanted it to be prepared for Saturday.
Pulling her towards him, he stroked her hair in a way guaranteed to melt her knees.
But you've got loads of time. Another 5 days, you can make another.
His calm, rational tone instantly made her feel better. Luke would have lashed out at her unfair accusations or sharply reprimanded her for wasting ingredients. It still made her feel slightly sick to recall how he'd hit the roof when Kate had spilt hot chocolate on the cream sofa. Her husband had hated mess, hated anything, in fact, when things didn't go right or he wasn't in control. Now, as she snuggled into Mike, feeling his warmth envelop her, the ruined pavlova didn't seem important anymore. What was it about him? Ever since they'd been introduced 15 months ago, she'd felt this incredible chemical pull towards him, which she'd never experienced before. Nor, he'd assured her, had he.
Let's go upstairs,
she murmured. Mike's hand slid down her back towards her bottom, gently squeezing it.
We haven't got time, Luce. Doesn't John need picking up from the station about now?
We've got 10 minutes, said Lucy, suddenly deflated and somewhat embarrassed.
Since meeting Mike, she sometimes didn't recognize herself. When Luke had been alive, sex had been something that had to be done once a week or fortnight. Occasionally she used to worry that she might be frigid. But now she knew better. You only melted under the right touch. With Mike, it also lasted a lot longer than 10 minutes. There was, she thought dreamily, nothing like a man who really loved your body. A man who spent time kissing each of her bits in turn and telling her how beautiful she was, even though she was just another ordinary middle-aged mum with a slightly baggy post-kids tummy and blondish hair that was right now badly in need of its 4 monthly highlights. Something else for her must-do list. Mike brushed her lips with his before picking up his car keys from the side.
I'll collect John. You make another batch of those meringue things.
Sure?
Even after a year, she still found it hard to believe her luck.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?